What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ali, your favorite eccentric, slow-mad, and I am slow-madding or fast-madding. Either way, I am in Pattaya slash Jomtien area, and I want to show you guys just a little bit so you get a little taste of different cities, different vibes, different beach vibes. Uh, ask questions if you have them. But today I'm just going to talk a little bit about the ability to travel, um, whether it's full time or short term, whether you're just learning, taking a leap of faith, which I know a lot of people really like to do, take a leap of faith, or you have some stuff planned. Um, Everything isn't the same. All countries are not equal. Otherwise, you would just stay in the US, right? Um, but there's some nuances and things that I think you should know. We go see. Okay. When it comes to traveling and deciding where you're gonna go, how long you're gonna stay, if you can manage being in a place longer term, just gonna give you a couple of examples. Won't make this video long. Just wanted to do something while I'm kind of chillaxing. So, I want to share with you guys the process of moving about and why this, as simple as it is for those of us who live in the States, why this actually is quite profound. And this is something that I do across the globe in many cities. It's actually one of the things that make me pick a city, decide if a city is on my exceptional list or not. And that is modes of transportation outside of rideshare taxis, having your own transportation. And a lot of cities, many of them, a lot of countries, many of them actually value what we in the States call public transportation. In most places, they just call it transportation because it is kind of a right of the people. It is something that even when you look at governments that you don't think are on the up and up, because who are we to judge? When you see these places, many of them have amazing transportation systems. Um, and I want anyone who's from the U.S. name for me three national bus lines. Name two national bus lines that we have in the States. Name two national train lines that we have in the States. And by national, I mean that they travel across multiple cities, multiple states. Y'all can probably name two buses, but can you name more than that? How convenient are they? Is it normal pricing or is everything a sale? You know, um, for example, I just arrived here yesterday. I got here Monday, my Monday, because I'm 12 or 13 hours ahead of Central Standard. And I think today is Tuesday. Yeah, I think today's Tuesday because I've only been here one night. Oh no, I don't know. This is the joy of traveling. You don't have any idea what day it is, and it's okay not to know. So, um, I decided I was going to come on Sunday, but ended up like lollygagging around. Hold on, y'all. I ended up lollygagging around Bangkok, not getting things done, leaving my house at a little bit later, and then trying to find a bus. Really didn't try. I just decided to stay overnight in Bangkok and come Monday morning, which was yesterday. was yesterday. The cost, I literally, and I have a video, it's on my Instagram, but I don't think it's on my YouTube. So I will actually share it here. But it's basically of me walking up to one of the many bus stations that they have in Bangkok, walking up to a counter that showed me the city that I am planning to go to, which is where I am, Jomtien Beach. Hold on, for those who didn't see the beginning. And requesting to buy a ticket, and I told them what time I wanted to go. Now the cool thing is, most of these bus stations, and this is around the world, everywhere except the United States, I feel, they basically show you what's the next bus that's leaving, if there's availability, and they just put a sign up and you buy the ticket. Well, I didn't want the next one because it was like at 10 o'clock and I still had to check out of my hotel and get some coffee. I needed to get some coffee. So I asked for like 1 o'clock because I knew I was checking out by 12. That gave me time to get on the BTS. I was only one stop away, but like a 5 to 10 minute walk. And I injured my foot, so I wanted to allow for extra time. I won't be rushing if I ain't got to rush. So I bought a 1 o'clock ticket, y'all. It cost me $6, 180 baht. It cost me $6. $6, y'all. I didn't have to show ID. Sometimes you have to show your passport or an ID when you're getting a ticket. It kind of just depends. But yeah, she just paid. I paid for it. She gave me a temporary pass. Sorry for the wind, y'all. Wind shear. Hopefully the mic is deterring some of that. But told me what time to come back. The bus leaves at 1. She said come back at 12:50. I know better. Don't ever wait 10 minutes before your bus before your bus supposed to leave. Get there at least a half hour. And that's if you don't have assigned seats, number one. And sometimes even if you do have assigned seats, because in places like Tanzania and Kenya, it don't matter. It don't matter if you got an assigned seat. Somebody going to be sitting in it and have luggage in your seat. So you just learn. You learn the ways of the world, but you realize how, lower level we are in the States because we don't have access to these things. They force you on an airline. They force you to rent a car. They force you to own your own car. And those are literally the only means of transportation. And if you can't get to a city that way, you're pretty much ish out of luck. But what if you don't have a driver's license or don't want one? What if you live in New York and you're going to Georgia and that's far. Or you're going to a location that you can get to by train, but where it lets you off is far from where your final destination is. And your only option is to book a $300 taxi that's more than your flight, or get a ride share that's going to cost you $400 or $500, or what? Rent a car, right? So we've created industries that make a ton of money in the States, but it's not convenient for the people. Everything in the US is corporate based and for corporate success. And so one of the things that may seem like, not a big deal, especially if you're just traveling, you don't care. You actually want a rental car. You want the conveniences of the US. But when you decide you're going to live somewhere full time, you don't want those types of things. You want the local way of doing things. And local way don't mean no beat down van or bus, people sitting on top. That's not what it is. You guys, they have upscale coach buses. I have taken overnight buses a couple of times from Pattaya to Bangkok. I think that one cost me 45. And then I took overnight sleeper bus from Hanoi to Hoi An when I was in Vietnam. I've taken buses all over Ecuador. Y'all, I've taken buses all over the east coast of Africa. So from Tanzania to Kenya, Tanzania to Tonga, from Dar es Salaam to Tonga, all that. So I've taken all these buses in multiple cities. I've taken buses across Europe to different countries. Only time I had to show an ID was going into Germany. And I'm talking about less than $20 for tickets, where the alternative was a train, which was like $80, or a flight. and the flights are just as cheap. But if you don't want the hassle of getting to the airport 30 minutes to an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours ahead of time because you're just crossing a border, which they don't even consider country borders, but they are because you do need to show your passport. You don't want to have to go through security. You don't have to do all of that stuff. A 1 hour flight becomes a 5 hour extravagance when you could have hit 3 countries in 5 hours, right? So, traveling and like longer term versus tourism travel helps you see so much more of a country. It helps you even just see whether or not there's things that you don't even consider that you would be fond of. And I know a lot of people are like, you walk? Yeah, this is a walking street. This is how a lot of places are. Not every place, but a lot of places are like this. And I'm looking for a hotel for a week because I ended up I'm going to extend because my house sit back in Bangkok was just canceled today. And so I'm like, I don't need to rush back to Bangkok. I'm going to be there for most of December into January. I'm going to be there next week anyway. So I don't need to go early. I can stay and chill by the beach. Right? And take a $6 bus ride back when I get ready. Now I did actually already buy my bus ticket. I bought it yesterday. Don't know why. I bought it without cancellation protection, which I should have because the cancellation protection was $1.72. The ticket is $6. After the taxes, I got insurance and all that came up to $10 because I just I just add the stuff just in case. Just in case. Y'all need to like turn over the bus and find my body. But traveling and having this type of access is so critical, so important. And you don't even realize that you need it until you don't have it. Or you've experienced it. Let me say it like this. You've experienced it and then you go back to the States and you're like, why don't we have this? And it's capitalism, and for those who make good money off of capitalism, you're okay with it. But for those of us who just want to live a regular life, and or you want to look in what I'm doing, you realize ain't that profound. It really isn't. It's just how people live. Like right now, if I decided, I want to go to one of these islands, I'll hit up like the islands over there. Hold on, let me flip it because this islands everywhere, y'all. Y'all see over here, there. I don't know what they are. I don't know which ones they are. But there's tons of islands in Thailand. And I could actually go to the pier right up the way and buy a ferry ticket across to an island and be in the island this afternoon if I choose to. Where do we have that in the States besides maybe New York? Did New York have ferries? And that's just to I ain't to like go and stay nowhere, is it? I don't know. I ain't done New York like that. But my point is it's very easy to maneuver around these spaces, especially when you think that you can't or you don't know how. It doesn't take a whole lot if you're adaptable. And if you're not and you got the money, you don't need to be adaptable. Hire somebody. I mean, yeah, you're going to spend a little bit of money. But oftentimes, the reason most people are leaving the States or places like the UK and stuff, at least from the brown and black perspective, let's keep it real, is because we're tired of the garbage. We're tired of the nuances of capitalism that only benefit a certain sect of people. Like, we're past that point of where, we're okay with that. And if you are putting your money away, you got a little stash, you got, a little to sit on, or you got a job where you can say, you need a sabbatical, take it, explore the world and decide if the unknowns are actually things that are basic everywhere else in the world. And I'm going to tell you one more thing. There's one thing that I think I said in one of my last videos, but it was around like what types of jobs, like what can you do if you like move out of the US? And one of the things I pointed out was teaching, whether it's anything in English for the most part. and can get you in a position. If you've already got a teaching degree, you are 20 steps ahead. If you get your TESOL, you are 10 steps ahead. If you don't have it, you can get it really inexpensively and start teaching. It's not going to be great dollars, but in some places it'll cover you. And if you've got savings or something else to live off of, pensions from, retirement, military, anything like that, you are smooth sailing. The other thing I'm going to say is depending on your trade, because I know people who are in like the cosmetology industry. And I mean by cosmetology, I mean from a black hair care perspective. You are needed in all the places that you see us going to. You are needed because for the most part, we don't have that type of full explicit representation. But one of the things I will tell you, if you're a person, you're just like, hey, I also want to come and get my hair done. I don't want to be a cosmetologist, but I want to be in a place where I can actually get some of that stuff done. Thailand is actually one of the places. They actually now have braid shops here where locals have learned how to braid and do it the same way that we do. So, you guys, I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can get access to, that you can explore, you can see, you can do. And if you want to have a one-on-one with me, you want to chat, you want to explore your options, I've got an intake questionnaire that now I'm doing in place of my 30-minute one-on-one get to know you chat. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm doing an intake questionnaire. I'm also doing my one-on-ones for an hour and a half. And that's only if you're already ready, right? You have to have done some research for one of those. If you are just getting started, I've got travel courses and things like that to help you. If you just have specific questions about a particular place, I'm going to be putting together some questionnaires or space where you can send those questions. And yes, for my time, there's going to be a fee associated, right? So if in these videos you want to ask questions, please do so. If you are subscribed, please ask. I'm going to open up a porthole for if you are a subscriber and you support me, you can ask those kinds of questions. But yes, there's going to be a fee because everything you ask is going to require time. Sometimes it's knowledge that I have right out the gate. Sometimes it's something I need to do a little research on. So I appreciate you guys' support, love, care, just consistency with me, and being interested in this lifestyle. But I'm in a place where it makes sense for me, as people keep telling me, that my knowledge is invaluable. So I need to share it. And I need to build a business around it. And so that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I've been doing. So again, you guys, I've got the information. If you are looking to learn what to do, where to go, you want just a little bit of insight. If you're the kind of person who's like, Ali, can I get 30 minutes of your time and have you walk around a certain part of town and look at places? I've got these apartments that I want to look at. Can you just go and show me what they look like? Not necessarily the buildings and stuff, but if you actually want me to go and do apartment searches for you, I can create a fee for that. I can help you in many different ways. Just ask. And if it's important enough and it's something that you want to, you feel the need to prepay before you get to a place, please let me know. And I have a lot of accommodation videos too for different places, high end, low end. So I can share those things with you. But anyway, I say all that to say, you guys, that I am building a business. I am grateful for you all's support, consistent support. And I hope that you continue to do so. And you can start by clicking the subscribe button, you guys. Watch more of my videos. Watch more than 10 minutes, please. Just lay the phone down and just watch. But click on some of the videos for tips in different cities. Check out my playlist to see which cities and countries I've been to. I've been to over 50, but I don't have playlists for all of them. But some of the more prominent ones I do. Yes, I'm in Thailand, sunny. Let me see. I'm just chilling today. This is a little swim pod. This is a swimming pool, the ocean swimming pool. Ain't that nice? The sun isn't out, but y'all, it is fantastic. There's still some humidity, but it feels great. The wind is, I'm not sweating profusely right now. Best time of the year to come, even though it's rainy season. You get hit with a little bit of rain and then it's gone. Less than an hour, it's gone. Um, So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I wanted to kind of keep this short. Please ask any questions that you like in the comment section. Please click the subscribe button, you guys. It's free 99 to subscribe and help build my channel back up. Get me moving and shaking. And again, if there's any other way that I can assist you with my travel course or the questionnaire to see where you are in your journey, or set up a one-on-one, I'll have all that stuff in the description as usual, and you can sign up. I hope to hear from you guys. I hope to see you guys. I hope to run into you guys as I'm sitting out here. I used to run into people. They would run up and go, "Out, are you Ali? I've seen your channel." Boom, boom, boom. Let's get back to that. Megan, you have a question before I go. What is your question? Welcome to my channel. Thanks for jumping in. Thank you. Thank you. I will wait a second to see what your question is. But yeah, moving around Thailand is really easy. They've got trains now that go from Bangkok to Chiang Mai. It's a little bit of a penny, but you stop in some of the touristy locations at some of the palaces and stuff. So it makes it for good. Here, Megan, I was gonna tell you, it's a whole bunch of dogs out here. You can I don't see them, but they're laying along the sidewalk. So you are more than welcome to come and grab a dog if your heart so see fit. Please do so. But that is not one of my offerings, is to find dogs. Sorry, but thank you. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. But yeah, I'm going to post all this stuff in my description, and hope to see you guys traveling on your own, doing your own thing. You guys know the drill. Hold on. Toodles and noodles, peace and hair grease.